I am Chris Taylor.
And I'm Amber Foster Kajin Cosplay, and today we are back again with you guys with Greed Zero, episode 3, season 2.
Exactly.
So,
last episode.
Emilia and Subaru got lost in the forest, basically.
Yes. They were on their way to the sanctuary. We met a new maid, Frederica.
Yeah.
And she's basically taking care of the place because Ram is still unconscious and no one remembers her. And Ram is at the sanctuary with
And she can do
Roswell.
shit by herself, so yeah.
Yeah, apparently. So
Sorry.
Frederica came back. She's a half beast, so yeah. She's taking care of the place and she's also taking care of Petra.
Yeah.
One thing that they don't know but we do is that apparently them going to the sanctuary, or at least Emilia going to the sanctuary, was part of Roswell's plan. He sent a letter to Frederica about making sure that everything went according to plan. She gave them some sort of jewel that was supposed to work for the barrier around the sanctuary. When it started glowing, Emilia lost consciousness, and then Subaru took it, and then he was transported into a forest. He walked a little bit, got into a huge building, and then he found himself facing the
Witch of Greed, yeah.
So that's not good. We think it might be just an illusion, like just some sort of defense mechanism, like they have to face their fears or
a test.
whatever. But we will find out this episode, hopefully.
Yeah.
So yeah, without further ado, let's jump in episode 3 and see what happens.
Alright.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, he looks his dad is just like his son. Oh my
His dad
gosh.
looks like it depends on how you see Subaru, okay? But the way we talked about him when he was in a real life, before everything, and how he portrayed himself in the first few episodes, we always thought that he was more of a secluded guy, he was a loner. We felt like he was a loner. We felt like he was kind of a loser in the real world, or treated as a loser by others. And then you see his dad, who's like buff and energetic and outgoing. Apparently, I think they might be polar opposites.
Maybe.
We'll see, but I'm excited for this.
Did you notice all of the figurines with light purple hair?
That's what I just said.
No wonder he likes so much Emilia Tom.
No, but that's the thing. Like, his figurines look like the witches.
They do look like
See?
Yeah.
They look so much like the witches. Well, I mean,
yeah, it does.
Many versions of Emilia, but maybe all the witches look like Emilia,
Maybe.
Because that's the thing, like, that's where we got it wrong. When we saw the witch last episode, we were convinced that it was Satella, even though she said her name was Ekinia? Eknida? Anyway, her.
Eknida.
She said her name was something else, and we were like, well, maybe they call her Satella, but that's not actually her name,
We didn't think that maybe there was more than one witch.
There's that, and there's the fact
she said that she was the witch of greed, and now we thought, oh, maybe there's other witches.
That's not completely true. I think they mentioned other witches in the first few episodes of the show. It's just that it's been so long that we forgot.
Well,
but in any case, we mixed them up, like, because I saw someone that looked like Emilia, and she was also in the trailer, if I remember correctly.
She was in the trailer. She got the same eyelashes, the same hair, the same outfit.
So.
But in season 1, I'm pretty sure that they didn't mention there were more than one witch.
Well, I think they mentioned something like Satella basically killed everyone, all the other witches. I don't think that didn't surprise me, because that's something I think we knew before. We just forgot about it. In any case, now it's confirmed. But the thing is, like, I thought it was Satella because she looked so much like Emilia. But if she also looks like Emilia, then maybe all the witches look like Emilia. And that's making me wonder, what is this entire place? If his figurines look like this, is he the one making all this up?
And his head.
I don't know. What happened to him? Like, maybe he got ran over by a car when he got out of the convenience store, and he's in a coma somewhere and just dreaming about this.
Maybe that'd be sad.
Oh, that'd be fucked up. Or he was just
that'd be a
transported.
very, very bad ending.
Because why would he specifically be chosen by Satella to be her minion, sort of, to be her little project?
Satella is the witch of envy, right?
Yeah, but why choose him? And why is he so important? Because all the witches seem to have an interest in him. Like, Ekinya, the Witch of Greed, was saying that basically she was very interested in him, and now that he's killed Betelgeuse, he's basically got the Witch of Sloth's factor.
Yeah.
And factor, we still don't really know what that entails, what that means.
Is it a connection to the spirit of one witch?
I don't know. He's already connected to one witch, so now what? He's connected to two? Is that what that means?
If Satella is the witch of envy and he's supposed to be pride, that doesn't add up.
I don't know.
What was the name of the witch of pride again?
I don't know.
We might.
I didn't really remember all the names. Like, this is my weak spot. My weakness.
Do you think that maybe Emilia is the Witch of Pride or the reincarnation of the Witch of Pride, and that's why it got?
She looks so much like them,
Yeah, and maybe that's why Subaru is connected to her or something.
Maybe. I think we talked about a possibility like this before, like maybe she was a descendant or a reincarnation. That was before.
Yeah, because if all the witches are dead, that would be she. Maybe that's the spirit of the Witch of Pride that it's in her or something.
And the witches, we know Satella's evil, but these witches, when she was discussing what they did before and how they interacted with the world, I get a feeling that they were very gray when we, on the scale of like, from good to bad. Some of them were just, trying to live their lives, and they were young and childish, and they just had too much power to care. To know what to do with it, and they just did stuff, and it turned into, problems. But then others tried to help, and others just didn't really care about the world, but they tried to do their own thing. They did whatever the hell they wanted without, disturbing anyone's life. So are the witches actually evil? I don't think so. I think they have the potential to do bad things, but that's only because they're powerful, and that is relevant in this world because everyone who's different from a normal human being, so everyone who has power, is being rejected, kind of like Emilia. Mm-hmm. They are being judged. Maybe that's simply because they can do stuff that the humans can do. Because they have power. Maybe. So if the witches weren't evil, we don't really know about Satella because even the witch is saying that Satella is evil. But
she's...
Yeah, but all the other witches, they're being spit on, but I think their reputation might have been
tarnished by
Satella and what she did.
Maybe.
Because I don't think she was evil. She didn't look evil. She tried to pretend that she was evil, but then she's very normal if you think about it.
Maybe some of them are evil because they are maybe selfish in what they are doing.
But that's the thing. The more power they have, the more threatening they are, and what they do, unless you basically use all your abilities to help other people, and even when you do that, look at Rem and Ram. Whenever you try to help people, that's one thing, but if you have power, automatically people are going to reject you. True. Because they're going to fear, oh, maybe she's just trying to trick us. She's helping, but what if she's trying to trick us? Emilia's still fighting through all of that, but that's on top of the fact that she looks
like the witch, and she's an half-elf.
But I don't know, I was expecting something else from the witches, and then we got this girl who jokes around, and I'm like, okay.
It's true that at the beginning she seemed a little bit threatening and frightening, but as they conversed, she just seemed lonely. She wanted to have company. She's been stuck in that graveyard for a while, I feel like. Yeah. And not everyone can speak to her, So... Subaru is so important, and I don't know why. We might never know, but... Subaru did... wasn't unconscious, right? Do you think that he was unconscious because of the witch factor? So that's why he was with the Witch of Greed? Even though that he's only human?
It has something to do with it. He was singled out by some witches. He's a minion... Sort of. He's kind of a little pawn, of one of the witch, and then he killed someone else's archbishop, so he's so connected. I'm not surprised you got to meet one of them. But, so what happened with the pendant is when they got to the barrier, Emilia basically just fell over. Otto just... he was gone. he was not beat down, but he was on the ground. He wasn't moving anytime soon. And Subaru, on the contrary, he was basically transported in front of where the test takes place. And when he got in, he was transported to the witch. So his body was in the temple thingy, but his consciousness transported to that other dimension. Okay, but and then when we learned also that Roswell has a connection to one of the witches. His family has been dealing with that witch for centuries, and he seems to be very fond of her.
What connection exactly?
I don't know. Like he feels he reacted very strongly when they called her the Witch of Greed. So I'm like, at first I was like, maybe he's one of like, what if he's one of the archbishops? You know, what if he's actually supposed to be one of the followers of that witch? That would be fucked up. But then we don't know. He is he is extravagant enough to...
Imagine if originally the witch god archbishop, they're supposed to be maybe good, or not as bad as what we saw, because the archbishop of greed and of gluttony...
didn't we meet Greed? Wait, didn't we meet Greed?
We made Greed.
So forget everything I just said.
We made Greed, that's the one who was...
all in white.
All in white. And we meet also Gluttony, that's the one who ate Remy's memory and name.
Okay.
But they were bad. So maybe the Witch of Envy took over the archbishops and tainted them. From what was supposed to be a good thing, maybe?
I don't know. Like, are they bad? Like, they're just doing their thing. And they don't really care. Like, the witches are not there anymore. So who are they listening to? I don't know. Maybe they're just going around and using their powers because they can.
True.
We have there's way too much mystery here. And I don't know, like, these past 2 episodes, I feel like my brain is not catching up, I feel like I have a hard time following what's going on. But I will adjust, so I'm sorry, but I will adjust. But that's the thing, like, I forgot that it was the Archbishop of Greed, so forget about that. But it still, means that Roswell is,
He knows the Witch of Greed.
He's in cahoots with the witch.
Why,
though? What is the, what does it mean? That's my question, because to know that he has a connection with her, it's one thing, but to know what it entails, what it would lead to, or what it means to him as a character, and what it will lead to in the future, that's the actual question, because I don't really care what's the actual bond. What I want to know is what he's going to do about it.
Yeah, the big why.
Yeah.
Speaking of why do you think that the half-human are trapped in that place? Why are they
Well, everyone is basically trapped in that place.
Not the humans. They're there because they have keeping them like hostages. But why the half-human are kept there because of the barrier? Why?
I don't know. We'll have to see the test maybe to understand. The test has to have some, why a test? Why, like, this place is called a sanctuary, but it's technically a graveyard. What is it, because she died there and she wants to basically... She's the Witch of Greed. Is it because she wants to keep all the half beast with her? Like, is it her kind of the imprint of her soul that stayed behind?
Maybe they're kept there until one of them can pass the test.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they said. They are there, like, they're being kept there until one of them passes the test. Then eventually they'll be allowed to leave. We'll go on and watch the next episode, because like I said, these last 2 episodes, I feel like my brain is not catching up. Like, I don't know why I'm not following, but
we need to wake up.
One thing for sure is that I'm very excited for this episode that's coming, because we are going to see his past.
It's true. We didn't think about the fact that Emilia passed out right away.
She's facing her past. Her past isn't funny.
True.
Maybe it has something to, I don't know. Maybe she is still facing her past. Maybe that's, no, she's still, having visions of that. Maybe Subaru's passed out right now. I don't know.
Maybe.
That was a good scene, by the way. Her finally, stepping up and speaking from the heart. Like, she kind of did it in the first season too, but now she's still doing it and she's still affirming herself. She's so afraid of being cast out, so no wonder that every time she meets new people, she's desperate for their acknowledgement and their support, and she bows down because she feels like she cannot lord over them. But it's actually pretty nice to see her being acknowledged in a certain way,
I'm glad that they kept the same thing. Like, with in the first or second episode with Crush Shama, she decided to do things on her own, even though she didn't remember who she used to be. And Emilia decided to do also what she wanted to do and not what people asked her to do. That's nice.
Okay. Anyway, we'll stop it here. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. Very sorry about the weird English, the weird thoughts, and the kind of mumble, ideas and the discussion. But yeah.
We need to wake up.
I don't know what's going on, but it's weird. Maybe we're under a spell, But we'll see you in the next episode. If you want to watch it now, you can watch it on Patreon. The link is in the description.
Yeah, so don't forget to subscribe for to watch it now. And if not, wait for the next one to be out on YouTube next week, guys. We're gonna see you then.
Bye.
Bye, guys.